welcome back once again. You saw Entertainment Wednesday, and now here's the movie review for Antwone Fisher. This is one of those movies, it came out 20 years ago. This is one of those movies where I saw parts of it, but I never got to sit down and watch the full length movie from start to finish until yesterday when I was watching it on Tubi. I love Tubi because it's free movies. This movie is Denzel Washington's directing debut. Is Derek Luke's film debut. And both of them together were just perfect for this movie. Denzel Washington, if I remember correctly, he said in an interview somewhere, this was when he was promoting Fences. He said that when he first directed Antwone Fisher, he didn't realize, how much things he had to keep an eye on, because when you're directing a movie, you're the captain of the ship. So you're paying attention to so many things around, and I'm sure he felt overwhelmed and tense, but for his directing debut, he did a good job. The film is written by the real Antwone Fisher, which is based on his book called Finding Fish. The movie is about Antwone Fisher. He's temperamental. He has a violent history, and that has to do a lot because he suffered years of physical and emotional abuse from Miss Tate and molested by Miss Tate's niece, Nadine. Fisher left home when he was 14 years old, and he went on to serve in the U.S. Navy, where he met Dr. Jerome Davenport, and Dr. Davenport became a big part of his development. He changed his way of thinking. He basically became like a mentor to him. If it wasn't for Davenport, Antwone Fisher, he would have been long gone. Now, I gotta mention some of my favorite scenes. The first one, Antwone confides the sexual abuse he suffered to Davenport, and this is when Davenport visited him in jail after Fish got into a fight with a sailor in Mexico, after the sailor basically called them, the F word, and is not the FU, but basically saying that he doesn't like women, because he was basically turning down a woman. But the thing is that he's never slept with a woman. But he was not gonna reveal that to his friends in Mexico. My second favorite scene is when he returned to the Tate household and he confronted Nadine and Miss Tate about their abuse. I love when Fish delivered this line to Miss Tate. "It don't matter what you tried to do, you couldn't destroy me." It was very brave for Antwone to go back to the household to where everything bad happened in his childhood. That took a lot of guts. Sure enough, Miss Tate ended up revealing to Antwone his father's name, which is Edward Elkins. And then my third favorite scene, and this one I will have to say is the entire Act 3. Act 3 was the big bang for me to say I gotta have this movie in my collection. Act 3 is the reason why I want Antwone Fisher on Blu-ray or DVD as part of my collection. And here's why. Antwone, he finds his mother, he forgives his mother, and he has closure. Also, there's a scene where he meets the family that he's lost, and they prepared a feast for him. That was an emotional scene, and it just continued from there. In the very last scene, Antwone visits Davenport and thanks him for everything. And it's funny how that scene started by telling Davenport that he's no longer a virgin because he has fallen in love. He found a partner, which is Petty Officer Second Class Cheryl Smalley, played by Joy Bryan. And Joy Bryan, she went on to do Honey after this movie, Honey, and Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. But I feel that I wish she could have done more roles like this in her career. I gotta do more research on her to see what she's up to nowadays. But to continue with the final scene, Davenport tells Fish that he should be thanking him as well because Davenport was dealing with his own issues as well. So Fish and Davenport, they helped each other out in their own unique ways, whether they knew it or they not, or they didn't know the magnitude that they both needed each other. So, but Denzel Washington, Derek Luke together on screen, they were magic. They were magic. Denzel, he did one heck of a job directing this movie, and he did even a better job with Fences. I just hope that I want to see Denzel direct more pictures because I feel that he does have talent to direct the movie, just like acting as well. I'm all for actors who start acting and turn into directing, or they do both, they self-direct. So I know because I'm one of those. So independent film rules. But yes, this movie was released in December 2002, and it was a great year for Denzel because he delivered performances with John Q, which I feel that it's his most underrated performance of his career. And then you have Antwone Fisher, so 2002 was a big year for him. As for Derek Luke, he's lucky to have worked with great actors early on in his career. In 2002 with Denzel, and then the following year with Biker Boys, which I like, the movie with acting alongside with Lawrence Fishburne. So Derek Luke, he's very talented, and he was fortunate to work with such great legendary actors like those two that I just mentioned. It's time to give a grade for this movie. From 1 through 5, I'll give this a 4.6 out of 5. I love this movie. I'm telling you, that Act 3 was really like for me. So yes, 4.6 out of 5. Thank you for watching this video. You guys already know, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, all right? And again, it's important for me to say this in every video that I post here on the MMM Journal. Be safe, and may God bless you all. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll be seeing you guys on Friday for my next video, so stay tuned.